How are you today?
Quite well, yourself?
I have a couple questions for you. My first question to you is, in recent days, NYPD leadership has been attacking a journalist on social media. I was wondering if you think that it's problematic for them to be using their public or official accounts to attack critics on public platforms. I also wanted to get your thoughts. The council yesterday released their response to your preliminary budget. They said that there's more than enough money there to restore all your previous budget cuts. I'm wondering your thoughts on that, and would you use, if their projections turn out to be proven correct, would you use that money to restore the cuts or go to other priorities like the NYPD? And final question, you voted today. Today's a presidential primary in New York. You've been critical about the migrant crisis here in New York City. I'm wondering if you have any concerns that that's playing on the minds of voters come November when it's the general election.
Okay, so let's peel back each one of those questions, starting with the voting first. I've been critical of the handling of the migrants crisis in the city, but New Yorkers have been critical of it as well. Let's not lose that. It's not Eric that's singing this song alone. New Yorkers believe this should not be happening to the greatest city on the globe. And we should be reimbursed for the dollars that we are spending, and we should allow people to work. And I'm clear on that. And even in my criticism of the president, I have never made it unclear that I support the president. I support what he has done around public safety. I support how he has turned around the economy. Many people thought we were going to be in a worse off conditions than we are in. I think he has done a great job. And I don't talk about who I normally vote for when I go in to vote, but it felt good checking off the box for Biden. Going into the tweets, I'm not responding to tweets, and I don't think they attacked anyone. They responded. The columnist shared his opinion. They shared their opinion. I think the police department, the criminal justice system, elected officials, I think all of us must be held accountable for our actions, all of us. I'm a big believer in the free press. I don't agree with everything I see in the press, but I believe in the free press. But the free press should be held accountable too. I don't know why we feel the free press should not be held accountable. To write a story that indicates crime has gone up 150%, a certain crime, it was wrong. To put things in a column that were inaccurate was wrong. And kudos to the Daily News for changing some of those inaccuracies in the column. And the reporter you're talking about has been writing columns for years, from the days I was running. You never hear me criticize those columns. He has opinion. Everybody has a right to opinion. If a columnist has a right to an opinion, a police officer shouldn't have a right to his opinion. And here's a real horrific part of it that really impacted me. That column was released 5 p.m., I believe, on the day we buried an officer. The day we buried an officer.
But who was killed?
That was murdered. That was murdered. 5 p.m. I thought that was distasteful. I thought that we didn't take in consideration of Stephanie. We didn't take in consideration of the men and women who were mourning, who felt the rawness of that death. And I believe that standing by and continuously to allow people to just take open shots at the men and women who place their lives on the line, it's just not acceptable. And so Chief Madry, John Shell, Commissioner Daughtry, who started that unit of those CRTs, and to lose one of the loved ones in that unit, we saw the rawness of that pain. And you know what? The rawness of the pain I felt. You know, Jennifer is in my detail. Yes. Every day I see her when she's working, she's smiling, enthusiastic, always got something pleasant to say. That was her cousin. That was her cousin. So sometimes I think folks forget, these are human beings. These are human beings. What you saw from Shell and Daughtry, you saw a human reaction. Just as you are protecting your reporters, they were protecting their cops.